The AFL preseason is for one thing and one thing only: predictions. And now, as we hit round 4 of the 2024 AFL season, it is time to do a little bit of an internal Daz Talks Footy review. There is some stuff that I feel like I've gotten right and some stuff that I've got disastrously wrong. So let's throw both of them into the wash cycle and see what we come out with. Here is the massive things that I've gotten right and wrong so far in 2024. Be kind, like the video, and let's go. Let's start with a positive, GWS. Now, you might be thinking, really, Daz, come on. It's not like this was totally out of the box. I agree with you, but sometimes when you go to the basketball court on your own, you need to start with a layup. Get one in the basket really easily and get yourself going. I had them as second. They're currently first with a percentage of near on 166. They're going beautifully. Stars on every line. They are operating like a well-drilled machine. And look, there's some bad stuff coming, so just give me this one, will you? Got the rest of me top 4 wrong, really wrong. Now, I'm going to excuse the Pies a little bit. 1 and 3, they can still get their way back into it. But the bookends of my top 4, Brisbane and Adelaide, are a combined 0 and 6. Whoops. Now, if you want my deeper thoughts on how both of these teams are going, the video I released on Easter Monday describes everything you need to know about how pox their midfields are going. So you should check that out. The link is in the description. You can also click on it at the end of the video as well. Watch it next. Stick it in your queue, whatever you need to do. But yeah, this one is not off to a good start. Or as one of my beautiful commenters put on that video, the Adelaide one, aging like milk. Yes, it is. Let's go to a player now. Max Holmes. In my positive predictions video for the Geelong, I did outline that Max Holmes was going to take that breakout, that next step, and oh boy, has he done that. Rated elite for general defenders, which I find interesting that that's been his position this year with 23 disposals. He's also elite for metres gained with a tick over 550. He's also elite in ground balls and tackles as well. He's setting it alight. Some clubs potentially could be offering him $1 million a year. So, dazzling. Let's go. Wrong. Most of my other positive predictions. Now, I did say in that positive predictions video that these are happy things that I could see happening, not really staking my life on it. But we've got to call out that this has kind of become a bit of a Daz curse at this point. Case in point, Brisbane, All-Australian on every line. They've got 0. Carlton, Sam Walsh, big Brownlow chance, injured. Collingwood, Nathan Kruger bounce back, did a hamstring. Hawthorn, Mitch Lewis 60 plus, bad form, even worse hamstring. Richmond, Josh Gibkiss, comeback player of the year, did his ACL. I'm really sorry, that's not good. Well, Josh Gibkiss, of course, being the worst one, and we hope that he is okay. And there are a couple of positive predictions in there that I still think can come true. Whether they do or not is going to be super interesting. I think of like Sam Darcy, for example, as one that can come true. Still unsure on whether it will or not. Jai Amos probably won't launch a Coleman Medal challenge, but still could if he hits a purple patch of form. But yeah, those 5 clubs, Brisbane, Carlton, Collingwood, Hawthorn, Richmond. My bad. Richmond struggles, got that right. Did a video on if, I should say, Richmond are going to be bad in 2024, which, look, I know in that video I did say they mightn't be as bad as people think, and at that point in time when that video came out, there was talk of Richmond for the wooden spoon or 17th. I still maintain they're not going to be either of those things, but they're 13th on the ladder at the moment, and I just can't really see a way that they end this season higher than that on the ladder. They were super impressive against the Swans. Don't get me wrong. They were awesome. Lynch, Bolter, now injured. Are you going to be able to kick a winning score with Jacob Kazitsky and Samson Ryan? My argument is probably not. Shea Bolton, they need 2 of him at this point, and I know Dusty's out. All of these reasons that say Richmond are struggling, it's not something I took great pride in pointing out, but it would also be remiss of me not to say that it was incorrect. I was right. Again, a lot of people were right on this one as well, so I'll happily say that. We'll get into the more niche stuff as we go through, so don't stress about that at all. But they never really came near my top 8. Don't worry, the next team that I'm going to talk about didn't come near my top 8 predictions either, and they're flying. So let's talk about them. Geelong are 3-0 with a percentage of near on 130. Tomahawk and Jeremy Cameron are still superstars, and they're awesome. Now, as a Hawks fan, of course we play it up. Well, I do anyway. But from someone who watches footy and still loves the sport in a massive way, yes, I love my team and I love Hawthorn more than anything else. So as the Hawks fan, and especially what they did to us in that first quarter on Easter Monday, was not fun to watch. But as the footy pundit that likes giving his opinion, the Cats are still good. Damn. Tom Green, Brownlow, I'm going to put this in the right call. Now, it's not that he's going to win it, but at this point in time, couldn't be off to a better start. Yes, Isaac Heaney is probably leading the Brownlow. Sydney haven't had their bye yet. Totally with you on that. Matt Rowell, been amazing. Totally with you on that. Caleb Sarong, been awesome. Totally with you on that. 3 games in, though, Tom Green, and when I did put that video out, I'll put the thumbnail there, he was $21 for the Brownlow. He's nowhere near that now. So I don't want anyone in the comments going, oh, you picked one of the best players in the competition to win the Brownlow. At that point, no one was putting coin on it. $21 getting on at that point, which I did, but nowhere near enough that justifies a big payout, unfortunately for me. But opening round, 30 disposals, 9 clearances, 6 tackles and a goal. That's votes, if you don't mind. Round 1, 37 touches, 15 of those contested, 14 score involvements. Crazy. 9 tackles, tick, votes, probably 3 of them. And round 2, 34 touches, 11 inside 50s, 8 clearances. He is on at a bare minimum 7 votes, in my opinion, at this point in time. He's definitely up there, $21. Winner, going beautifully. Another team that I've definitely got wrong is the Sydney Swans. They're just too good not to be one of the top-end teams in the back end of the year. And you're thinking, come on, Daz, that's a little bit harsh. So what? They weren't in your top 4. Yeah, they weren't in my 8. Wrong about the Swans. Buddy left, and whilst I did think that could diversify their forward line, my Sydney rationale at the time, which I still concede was wrong, so this isn't an excuse here. I'm just giving you my sort of backstory, my back thought, if you will, here, is that I just thought other teams would go past them. It wasn't a case of they wouldn't get better. It's just other teams would go past where they were, and they were one of the teams to get squeezed out. Nope, that ain't happening at all, and they had every single chance to win the Richmond game. They didn't. Credit to the Tigers, of course, but they're flying at the moment, so that one's on me. And I'm going to end here by annoying a fan base, which I don't like doing, but the Bulldogs being the epitome of mid is just where I'm at. They're 2-1. They had a good win over Gold Coast. They beat the Eagles, which you might argue is good. That's an improvement on last year because they somehow inexplicably lost that game last year. They've got Geelong this week, a month in. I think Geelong are going to win that game. If they're 2-2, mid-range team, spot on, couldn't have got it more right. I also know that if they do beat the Cats and they're 3-1, my being right about this will then become me being wrong about this. So that's confusing, but there we go. Some things that I've been right and wrong about so far in 2024. What's been your biggest hit in terms of prediction? What's been your biggest miss in terms of prediction? Comment below, let me know. Please help me out and like the video. I don't know what's going on with YouTube's algorithm at the moment, but the struggle is real and your help is much appreciated. So if you can click the like button, awesome. We're almost at 2750 subs, so the race to 3,000 is on. Would love to get there in the next month or so, which would be incredible. Your support, your views mean absolutely everything, and I love interacting with you guys as well. So massive round 4 coming up. Can't wait for it. I might actually post my tips in the community tab as well, and you can tell me what you agree with and what you disagree with as well. But until next time, my friends, stay safe over the weekend, and I'll see you next time.